I had decided to start a YouTube channel, and I started getting a little bit serious about it. I wanted to increase my growth, as most people do who start YouTube channels. And I didn't have any idea what the hell I was doing, so I decided to spend money on a YouTube course. There are like hundreds of them out there, and so I picked the one from one of the huge YouTubers that is out there that I really enjoyed her content for, and it was a really great course in my opinion. At the time I knew absolutely zero about keyword research, and I was completely coming into this cold. So I thought the course was really well put together. I thought it had a lot of great information in it. I thought it was extremely helpful for me and my channel. And in connection to this course, you were also put inside of a private Facebook group for support. This was nice, but I thought it was a little bit odd that in the group, you could share the links to your videos, and then people were encouraged to support each other. Yeah, it sounded and looked a lot like sub for sub. Now, even though the rules for the group clearly said that there was no sub for sub allowed, that was essentially what was being created with or without this, YouTuber's consent. So I steered clear from those threads. I really didn't trust them. I thought it was a bit icky, to be honest. There was a really big creep vibe going on in those threads in terms of the people who were saying, they'll watch their stuff and they'd watch it back and then they'd come after you through private messages. It was really weird, so I stayed out of it. Another thing I noticed was that there were quite a few people who were achieving success in this group. They were really happy with their numbers. They were really happy with their subscriber counts and their views. They were super ecstatic and happy with the program. But I also noticed that this was maybe, a handful of people out of thousands. So there were thousands of people in this private group. If you had questions about the course, this YouTuber had a virtual assistant that could help answer any questions you might have, which was nice, but it wasn't really much one-on-one interaction from this big name YouTuber. And a lot of people were voicing frustration with not seeing results. They're doing all the things. They're making sure that they're completing every aspect of the checklist. They're wondering why it's not working for them. And I noticed some of these people, I would take a peek at their content because obviously I'm nosy. And I'd wonder, well, what's going on here? And for some people, it'd be a bit obvious to be like, oh, your title's not really following the system, or, you're not really using the keywords how you should be. But for other people, you couldn't really tell what was wrong. They were following the keyword research strategy to a T, and they were doing pretty well. So I was, that had me questioning and had me start thinking, well, why is it that some people are dotting their I's and crossing their T's and it's still not working for them? They're still not seeing the success that they're looking for on YouTube. And why is it that other people are just kind of getting it right off the bat and experiencing viral videos? Because in essence, this course was really teaching you how to get a viral video. And that's what most YouTube courses are trying to achieve. They're trying to give you the steps that they took to get a viral video. Now, the problem with this, as I soon started doing a bit more research, digging into people's channels, what analytics I could see from the surface, is that viral videos, you can't plan for them. So it's not really logical to try and base your success off of something that you couldn't really control. Yes, you can be in the right place at the right time, 100%, but getting a viral video isn't like baking cookies. You can't get all the recipes, put it together, and then voila, you have a viral video. Like, that's not how it works. So another thing about these groups that can't really quite be helped, I don't think too much, is that, when people experience wins and successes, they're very vocal about it, which is good. You should be happy when you're achieving the numbers that you want to achieve. The only thing is that the other people who aren't experiencing these wins, they start to feel more and more discouraged. And that's just the nature of the internet, really. There's not too much that you can do about it. I don't think the answer is shutting up the people who are happy about their results. I just wish that this course and all the other YouTube courses out there really paid attention to their language about how long it takes to actually achieve success and achieve monetization on this channel. For every person, it's different, but like most courses about anything, they lead you to believe that you're going to achieve, 1 million subscribers in like 6 months, or you're going to achieve, 100,000 Instagram followers if you take my 3-month program. Like, it's not so quick and fast. And these courses just do a terrible job of really explaining that to people. And that's probably because if they really explain that to people, they're afraid that their courses won't quite sell as much. But at the same time, leaving out this information really discourages folks. Like, there were some really great content creators that I saw in this program. I'd kind of stalk their pages and I would see the videos that they put out, and there was really good content. And I would look at them, especially, like the women of color, mainly the Black women, and I'd look at their channels and I'd be like, there isn't too much difference between them and me. Like, and their equipment was usually even better. It was kind of like, why aren't they achieving success? They're definitely, dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and it looks like they have it all together. Something's missing here. And that's when I really started to think about the importance of content, and not necessarily in terms of making sure that you're creating content that people want, like, how to get rich quick, how to get passive income out the kazoo, stuff like that. But, creating powerful content that actually speaks to people where they're at, that speaks directly to them and creates connection. And that was something that was not touched upon in these YouTube courses, usually because they kind of want to upsell you to the next level course or program or whatnot. But it's really important, and this really needs to be clear for you earlier on, because if you don't have content that really inspires you and invigorates you and really just wants you to keep going week after week after week, then you're gonna burn yourself out, because you're not going to be really in love with your content like you need to be able to see this all the way through and see it long term. And you're just going to keep pushing yourself to hit these unrealistic expectations that you think you're supposed to be hitting, and you see a few other people hitting them and you think you're so far behind, and then you just quit. And that's what I was seeing. Like, I would see these content creators, they would just stop posting for months. And it just made me feel so bad, because I would just think to myself, I just wish someone in this group, in this course, would just really give this person better advice about growth on YouTube. All the advice that is given is just so individually focused on a particular video, when in essence, when you're just starting out on the platform, it's not about any one particular video. It's about your channel's metrics as a whole. And nobody talks about that in this space. All the YouTube courses are about how to make your one video hit, how to put all your eggs into this one individual basket. And it just doesn't make any sense. It's just not how it works. Something else that I noticed as I was sort of moving along and trying to dot my I's and cross my T's was that even though I really enjoyed making my videos, and at that point I had decided that I wanted to, actually turn this into a business of some sort, I felt like something was missing. So I definitely enjoyed making videos. I previously had enjoyed making videos about really whatever the heck that I felt like making them at the time. But now that I had understood the importance of things like niching down and of having a focus and having a general sense of what my focus would be, I still didn't really feel too lit up inside about it. And I couldn't quite figure out what it was, but I knew there was something missing from my messaging. I also knew that I sounded just like those other Black women content creators that were participating in this course as well. And I was thinking, well, they're not doing too great from what it looks like. And, what's happening here? Like, there's something going on here. And it wasn't until I found a mindset coach that I realized what the issue was. We were very palatable. The content we made was extremely palatable. It was done in a very particular upbeat whitewash tone, a lot of which I had discussed in my videos part 1 and 2 of this journey. And that's how we were projecting ourselves into our YouTube spaces, into our channels, when we didn't have to, because our channels are our own and we can create them however we'd like to. And I realized, oh crap, like if I'm going to start a YouTube channel and create content about entrepreneurship that's trying to help people who look like me, why am I speaking as if I'm trying to speak directly to white folks? And here's another sort of truth that I'm seeing in this, and that is that it is very difficult for Black women to compete in these spaces and be palatable to the masses when we are not considered the default standard. So if we're trying to speak to all audiences, and speaking to all audiences, naturally others, Black women and others, women of color, how can we compete with someone who already physically fits the bill of society, if that makes sense? Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree on that. But, you know, it just seemed like in order to really get ahead, I needed extra help to peel back those layers. And I realized that I really didn't trust a white coach to help me peel back those layers. So I found one. I found an amazing mindset coach that really helped me to start unpacking this and uncovering this and realize that, oh crap, like I can do my channel, I can run my business in a completely different way than I had originally thought. I don't have to be a carbon copy of some white woman who found success. I can do it however the hell I want and literally create my own world. My mind was blown. So needless to say, I'm still with this mindset coach. She is amazing. I'll link her information down below. But that was really the beginning of my understanding and my journey of decolonizing my business, decolonizing my life and my mindset, and really figuring out, oh shit, not only can I go on ahead, step out of the background and do what I want to do, I can do it my way and do it in a way that is truly authentic and genuine and real to me. And if I can do it, heck, we all can do it, okay? So if you found this helpful, please be sure to like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you've taken a YouTube course in the past, let me know what your experience was like in the comments below. I'm curious to see if it was the same as mine and if you had any different takeaways. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Tribe Called Liz. Say hello in my DMs. I'd love to connect with you all. And I'll see you next week for part 4, the final part of my journey to YouTube series. See you later.